I come from a place called the Curragh of Kildare. There's a very famous Robbie Burns song called that. And it's 5,000 acres of sheep. So this is a poem about sheep and me and legs. It's called Never Mind What the Bloody Sheep Are Saying. First sheep to second sheep. Which, with subtitles on, comes out as he just hasn't got his grandfather's legs. Second sheep to first sheep. Thank God for subtitles. No, nor does she stamina. And indeed, I have inherited none of these famous attributes. I, a short-sighted, puny bookworm, not taken to this cross-country running lark. The famous runner doesn't run in my side of the family. Early morning spider webs bejewel the furze bushes, a cuckoo calls, sheep bleat. I recite poetry to the yellow furs, passing slowly by me, I madly in love with Father Hopkins' words. I cut this morning, mornings, minion. Oh Jesus, he's off on the poetry again. First sheep moans the second sheep. Poetry at his age, I just don't get it. Second sheep bemoans the fact. I pay no attention to this sheep commentary. Hurl Hopkins at the world, slog through the pain and mud. Nothing is so beautiful as spring, I yell. I become a dot in the distance of this misty Curragh morning. Run on into the blue of these my teenage times. The descending blue, the blue that is all in a rush with richness. Bay, bay, first sheep to second sheep in Dutch. May, may, second sheep to first in Japanese. So the sheep I see are studying foreign languages, but I don't hear them. And anyway, someone's turned the subtitles off. I was
a place where Dónall Dempsey lost his hair.
I once was at a romantic dinner and we both leaned forward to kiss, and both our hairs caught a light in the candle. I've been afraid to kiss anybody since then. I just learned the Japanese and the Dutch at the last moment. Does anybody know, talking about animal sounds, what sound a bee makes? Buzz, 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 yeah, and everything like that. In German, it's zoom, zoom, zoom. In Turkish, it's viz, viz, viz. And in Korean, obviously, it's bong. I never heard a bee go bong, but I was totally intrigued by that bee going bong. Brother Lawrence, well, I'm Irish for God's sake. And Brother Lawrence, our science teacher, Cossack down to here, Christian brother, suddenly decides to interject cross-country running so that I become a chap in an English Boy's Own comic or something. And I just don't take to it. I've got a very famous uncle who was a great runner. But, and you know, 5,000 acres of the Curragh. Ah, God. I still can't get over that. I think of another poem here, but I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah. This is called Going On With Me, which is a very Irish expression of, as in, I'll go on with you all together, you know, stop that, stop your nonsense, So this is called Going On With Me. It's a birthday poem. Never did like my own birthday. All that cakes and candles stuff. You could keep it, strictly for the birds. Every day was my birthday, far as I could see. Birthdays, who'd have them, eh? But to have one is the only way to go on to be someone. Miss one, and you're gone. Every birthday always called my mum. After all, she did all the hard work when push came to shove. All I did was arrive. Thank her for having me. Go on with you. She'd forever laugh. This always the best part of my birthday, celebrating my mother. Apparently in Holland, that's who gets all the celebration on the birthday of the mothers. And finally, this is called Swimming Through Earth. I wrote this, I used to look after people, and this was the time when I didn't write, so all the stories just went into my head. And I was looking at a documentary called something about Winnipeg, a famous filmmaker. And the stables went on fire one night, and all the horses panicked, and you had all these horses on fire running out across the lake, and they collapsed the lake, and you have all these horses in there on fire in their death agonies, and they get stuck in the lake and they're frozen there like that in their agony. And people used to come out with their kids, walk about, look at all these frozen horses, because it was so cold to just stay there all the time. I remember a chap I used to look after me telling me what it was like to be in the... He used to tell me what it was like to be in the Second World War, and then he started telling me all the stories about his dad, or him in the Second World War, dad in the First. So this is called Swimming Through Earth. There was a loud silence. Fred was dead. Busy swimming through the earth, he was doing the front crawl, which was surprising as he couldn't swim. Or Jim could swim, but me and Fred, never. But here he was swimming through the earth, with only half a face. The other half was just blood, his one eye open, as if eternity had appeared in front of him. When the bomb blew the world away, I believed I was dead too, but I wasn't, more's the pity. What was death like, you ask? Nothing. Being nothing. Then it was like my mother's perfume, and there she was, recreated by lilacs, a perfume version of her carved out of the air. I swear everything went white. It was as if the world had been erased. Then the earth and tree and fields rushed back into my eyes, as if they were in a hurry and they could only exist in my seeing them. That's when I seen our Fred, already half buried, swimming through the earth as if he thought he could have met it, the poor wee bugger. A nicer lad there wasn't. I would have cried if there were tears, but there were no tears. Furious I had survived. When they found me, hey, this one's still alive. I was trying to swim through the earth. Hang on, Fred, I said. I'm coming. And finally, a haiku, a little haiku to end. This is called New Dog, Old Tricks. It was my little girl's third year of being herself. We had about 40 of our peers around to prove this fact. And we were running out of yellow jelly. So I went next door to get some yellow jelly, because it only blue jelly and red jelly and green jelly. And I was coming back in, and the room was heaving. And I thought, what the hell is 40 little girls doing? And you could hear the door go boom, 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 like that. And I thought, I was scared, I thought. So I went to open the door, I reached for the handle like that, and just as I reached for the handle, everything went quiet, dead quiet. I was now more scared of the quietness instead. And just as I reached to turn the handle, the door burst open and I got trodden over by 40 little 3-year-old girls. I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone, but it's incredibly painful. It's like a stampede. And they basically said this haiku. And it goes like this. The dog's in the loo! We was teaching him to pee! And he just fell in. Thank you.